Hey guys, what's up? It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Poco F3 versus the Xiaomi Mi 10T. Mi 10T has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor with a 8GB of RAM, while the new F3 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 processor with a 8GB of RAM. We have a 64 megapixel main camera on the Mi 10T as compared to main 14 megapixel main camera on the Poco F3, and also we have a 5000 mAh of battery size on the Mi 10T as compared to 4500 mAh of battery size on the F3. That is why and the Poco F3 it is a more slim phone than the Mi 10T as you can see. And guys, I'm really excited to see that how is the Snapdragon 870 is stack up against the last year 865 on the Mi 10T. So without wasting time, let's get right into it. And guys, on both phones is completely off. Now let's start off with the boot up test between these two devices, and now let's see that who is going to be the fastest one. And launching at the same time, and you can see logo it is here exactly the same on both phones, and I feel the vibration more faster on the Mi 10T, and both phones also support 5G as well. Looks like the Poco F3 faster there. Yes, it is more faster than the Mi 10T when it comes to booting up, and you can see about 1 or 2 second difference between these two devices. And guys, you can see that and both phones has a very different display. We have a Full HD AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate display on the Poco F3 as compared to Full HD IPS LCD display with 144Hz refresh rate display on the Mi 10T. And also both phones give you a punch hole which is also very small on the Poco F3 as compared to the Mi 10T. And guys, everything is closed up in the background, no app is running in the background, and also we have the same Wi-Fi network on both phones. And the first application we have is the phone dialer, and that is exactly the same on both phones, no difference there. So next on the list is the settings on both phones, and that is again exactly the same. Now let's see Amazon shopping, and faster on the Mi 10T as compared to the Poco F3. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels incredible more smoother on the Mi 10T as compared to the Poco F3. And Poco F3 it is also really smooth, but again we have 120Hz as compared to 144Hz on the Mi 10T. Now let's check out some games application. Now let's start off with the Candy Crush Saga. We have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 versus the Snapdragon 865, just a tiny bit more faster on the F3 as compared to the Mi 10T. Now let's see the pinout on both phones. Now let's see that which one is faster there in the next game application launching at the same time, and that is exactly the same on both phones. Now let's see the Temper Run 2 on both phones. Last game application we have in the speed test, and that is really fast on both phones as you can see. Let's see at the end who is faster there, and that is just a tiny bit more faster on the Poco F3 as compared to the Mi 10T, not a huge difference. Now let's see the Snapchat on both phones, faster on the Poco F3. Let's see Spotify, and that is more faster on the Poco F3 as compared to the Mi 10T. Now let's opening up the Twitter, faster on the Poco F3 as compared to the Mi 10T. Instagram, again more faster on the Poco F3. Zedge, and that is exactly the same on both phones, no difference there, and you can see and both phones is perform very similar. Now let's see YouTube on both phones, and that is more faster on the Mi 10T as compared to the F3. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is really smooth on the Mi 10T because we have 144Hz on the Mi 10T as compared to normal 60Hz on the Poco F3. I think that, and the YouTube application it is not really optimized right now on the Poco F3. And last I'm gonna launch the cameras on both phones, default camera app. Now let's see that which one is going to be the fastest one, and that is more faster on the new F3 as compared to the Mi 10T. Now let's see the internet browser speed. I am using default Google Chrome on both phones, wikipedia.org, and that is exactly the same on both phones, no difference there. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is more smoother on the Mi 10T because we have 144Hz as compared to 120Hz. Next on the list is the apple.com, and you can see exactly the same I would say. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is again more smoother on the Mi 10T as compared to the F3. So same thing with zooming out, no lag whatsoever. So guys, now let's check out RAM management on both phones, and both phones has a 8GB of RAM. Phone dialer, that is refresh on the Mi 10T, I don't know why. Let's see settings, and that is not refresh. Amazon shopping, no refresh. Let's see Candy Crush Saga. Let's see Pin Out, Subway Surfer. Let's see Temper 2, no refresh on both phones. Let's see Snapchat. Let's see Spotify. Let's see the Twitter, Instagram, Zedge, YouTube. Last we're back to the internet browser where we left, and you can see. And guys, what I have to say regarding the app's opening speed is definitely more faster on the Poco F3 in system-based application as well as in game uploading time, and the Meet and T is also right behind there. Not a huge difference between these two devices. And also the RAM management is really good on the Poco F3. We have one application refresh on the Meet and T. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Poco F3 versus the Xiaomi Meet and T. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace out.